Hey everybody, my name is Eric Schreiber and I'm with my daughter, Emily Schreiber. Excited to be in this class. I have a master's degree in exercise science with actually, interestingly enough, a concentration in fitness leadership. So I love the content of this course. So um, So I'm just going to read the question here for the first section and present a rationale for why it's important for any leader to have studied personal and professional ethics and leadership styles. And I think for myself personally, and really my thought process on understanding, like there's something in the text that talks about understanding the science so you can perform leadership as an art. And I that really resonated with me because I think that it's important to understand all the frameworks and all the ideologies to, in my personal opinion, be relatively fluid within each framework depending on the situation. Now, if you look at deontology and being bound by moral compass, I do feel as though there are certain core values that leaders we can never derail from. Like we always have to say, okay, act with integrity, do the right thing when it's the right thing. But in terms of how you approach certain scenarios, you might have to be fluid between the frameworks. And I think that that's not just. Sorry, I hope some of you guys can relate to this with my kids being here. Um, but I think that's from a social construct too. Just and again, whether you're in a leadership position or you're just acting as a person yourself, having core values and integrity from a social standpoint. I don't want to necessarily say altruism and protect thy neighbor, but doing the right things for the right reasons. And I talk to I talk to my staff about that all the time. I talk to my my wife and I own several businesses, several training facilities, and I talk to our management staff about doing the right things for the right reasons. And sometimes that might necessarily be as the most popular option. For example, we had to do a rate increase. We took over a company called Fit Body Boot Camp. We rebranded it to our brand. And I made the tough decision that was ultimately the best decision for the company, for my staff, for the clients who were coming in at the normal rates. We decided to bring everybody up. My daughter is showing you she's got chocolate milk. Fair and equal service, right? So we wanted to make sure that everybody was paying the same rate if they were receiving the same level of service. And while that wasn't popular with those individuals, and we gave notice and things like that, there were still a lot of people who weren't very happy with me, and probably still aren't. But it's a decision that I felt was going to benefit everybody in the long run, the majority of everybody in the long run. It was made with ethical considerations and was done with sound judgment, moral fiber, not just based on numbers, right? So okay. So analysis, the aspect of student ethical behavior. I think again, the word ethics just means high moral fiber and doing things with high moral fiber. Not cheating, treating everybody with respect, and
Daddy, can I go now?
yeah, and of course, and things of that nature. So, thanks. I hope that answered all the questions, and look forward to hearing the feedback.